recover loud. Let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Recover Loud. I'm your host, Mike Paddleford, and I recover loud. Today I get to sit with my friend, Danny Rediker from Caribou, Maine. Danny, I've known you a few years. I'm happy to see you in recovery. Happy you decided to share your story today, and I'm just excited for where you're at.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks. Danny, can you start out? You've been to rehab.
Yep.
Twice.
Yep.
Did you learn a lot while you were there?
Yeah, like each time was a different experience. I went to the same rehab. I went to the farm. Each time taught me something new about myself, about recovery. Yeah.
So I know in my experience, we did a lot of digging to find out, what led us or what brought us to using substances in the first place. Were you able to do that?
All kinds of digging at the farm.
Yeah. What'd you find out?
So, basically, it's a lot. I started out because I was always around it. Like, my family was always partying. That stuff seemed normal to me. So the first time I tried a prescription pill, I didn't think anything different of it, My brothers always used prescription pills. I never had my father around. I always looked up to my brothers, so of course I was going to do what they were doing.
Yeah.
Just using.
Yeah, so it was around you all the time as you were growing up?
The substances, alcohol was, like, my mom always went to the bars. They always had parties. My brothers were, like, when my mom was out to the bars, my brothers would babysit me or whatever, and obviously they were either drinking or using some type of substance. I remember the first time I saw my brother snort a pill. I was kind of amazed by it, like, in awe of it. I always thought he was cool and stuff, so when I saw that, I was like, oh, what's this, Of course, he wouldn't let me use it at that point, but...
Yeah, so how old were you when you first saw him do that?
When I first saw him do that, I was probably about 8 or 9.
Yeah, and, I mean, of course, when we have older brothers or family members we look up to, we try to do what they were doing. And, so that was the normal, everyday stuff for you.
That was normal, everyday stuff for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't think anything different of it.
Right.
Like, I didn't think that was a toxic family until I actually went to rehab.
Yeah. So What was the first time that you did try something?
The first time I tried something, I was 11 years old. Most people try weed. The first thing I tried was prescription pills. Besides alcohol, I tried alcohol like when I was a lot younger, but alcohol never really was my thing for the most part. Like I could drink and stop, whatever. But prescription pills was the first actual friend, I guess you could say, that I had. My friend had back surgery in 7th grade. It was 6th grade going into 7th grade. I always hung out with him. So he got prescribed the blue hydrocodones. So that was the first thing I ever tried.
Yeah. And do you remember what it was like?
Oh, it was terrific.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. Like, it made me feel invincible. It took away all the pain that I had at home. And then slowly it doesn't.
So after that first time you tried it, was it an everyday thing?
It was a slow build up at first.
Yeah.
I'd say like really after my mom passed away is when it really got bad. Like obviously I was using on and off, but it wasn't like I could always stop or whatever. I was selling stuff before then. Always getting money and stuff. As for an actual addiction, that's when it really started.
So your addiction started, or the addiction really kicked in after your mom died in 2014.
Yeah.
And you said your father wasn't around then?
No.
Okay. So you didn't know where to turn. You didn't have that family support.
The only person I had was Missy, really. But to this day, I guess I still never grieved her death. Which is probably something I should work on.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I lost my mom right around the same time. And it was right after Christmas. And, you know, I remember I was using pretty heavily at that time already. And, you know, I'll never forget the day when she looked up at me at the hospital and told me that my grandfather was in the corner and wanted to say hi to me. My grandfather had been dead for 20 years. I was pretty high and I wasn't seeing that, you know, so I'm convinced that her guardian angels were there to take her.
Yeah.
And, you know, just having that experience, I had some guilt for a while after that, you know, and I didn't grieve my mom's death either. It wasn't until recovery when my gran passed, and I grieved both losses at the same time.
Yep.
And it's tough to do, you know, even in recovery, because we don't have substances to turn to.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you had the support of your son's mother, Missy.
Correct.
What has her support done for you?
It's literally brought me to where I am now. Honestly, without her, without Asher, I don't think I ever would have gotten to recovery. Like, I know I never would have started recovery. They're the reason why I got into recovery to begin with. So.
How old's Asher now?
He's 7.
7.
Yeah. The first time I went to rehab, he was 1. Or actually, I went down to Florida to, so, like, obviously, I've been on and off. So the first time I tried to get sober, I went down to Florida. It worked for a couple months, but I don't know if you've ever been to Florida.
No.
It doesn't matter where you go, you're gonna find some. So, I went to go stay with my brothers. Obviously, one brother is an alcoholic. The other brother just does whatever he can to mask his pain, basically. So, I was good for about a month and a half, maybe, not even. And then I was using cocaine.
Yeah. So, after you left Florida, I mean, you obviously came back here.
Yeah.
What happened when you came back?
I came back, I started hustling. Like I said, stuff wasn't that bad to begin with. Obviously, with drug dealing comes stress. Stress is not my friend.
No.
Stress is probably the main reason why I always relapsed. So I started, like I said, selling stuff. I started selling 30s. And then I just started using one. And then one turned into 5, and 5 turned into so forth and so forth. And
Yeah. And you mentioned selling. That was how I met you.
yeah,
You were my guy. You were the guy that would say, I'll be there in 10 minutes and show up in 10 hours. And our bond before was based on that.
yeah,
And I remember Asher, and it's amazing for me to see you today, doing well, living this life, being the father to your son. What does your life look like today?
So basically, I work a full-time job. Got a family. I spend time with Asher. Before, when I spent time with Asher, he was either in the back seat or I was at home passed out and let him do whatever I want, really, or he wanted. So yeah, like I try to stay away from people. I just try to work, spend time with my family, try to catch up to lost time.
Yeah, you're living the life that you always could have before if it weren't for the substances.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm living the life that I never thought I would have as a kid.
yeah,
Like that was probably one of my biggest regrets. Like I knew what it was like not having a father. I didn't want Asher to grow up like that. That's, like I said, one of the biggest reasons why I got into recovery. Because, like I said, I know what it's like to not have a father around.
and you've broken that cycle. He's not around the stuff like you were when you were a kid.
Correct.
You're being the father that you didn't have.
Correct.
So Asher has a chance.
Yeah.
So what was it that benefits you today that you've learned in your journey so far? You mentioned something about your mental health.
Yeah, like, so like I said before, my mental health plays a big part of my recovery, really. Anytime I tried to just ignore my mental health, I would always relapse. I think I had 3 relapses, and each one was because either my stress or anxiety, which knowing now, I came a long way with that, because before I could never pinpoint that,
Yeah.
Like, I'd always blame it on, I'd blame it on Missy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'd blame it on us fighting or something like that, when the root cause wasn't because of her. It was because of what I was going through.
So you were able to get diagnosed.
Yeah, I got diagnosed the first time, when I went to detox, down in Penn Bay.
Yeah. So do you manage that today? Your anxiety and your
I'm on medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically you were self-medicating without knowing it
Yeah.
all those years.
Yeah.
And so now that you've got your mental health figured out, you're medicated. You don't need that. You
Correct.
don't need to search for something.
Correct. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but like my mental health is never 100%.
Yeah.
Like I always, even though I'm on medication, I still gotta find like I may have a panic attack or something. Like you still gotta find other little ways of dealing with stuff without going to medicate. So
Yeah.
like sometimes I just need to take time to go color.
Yeah.
Like coloring's a big thing for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Is there anything else that you do when you're feeling like you?
Music. Music's another big thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, like I said, I work a 40-hour job, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
So the stress lately hasn't been so bad. But
And I just want to mention the irony of you working a 40-hour week job. because I remember I hired you once to do a roof with me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it worked out, but I actually remember you talking about how much you hated having to work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who likes to work, right?
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I hated work, but
Yeah.
now if I don't work, what else am I going to do?
Right.
I understand that if I don't work, I'm going to go do something I don't want to do.
Right.
And that's the big thing is now I don't want to have to do that stuff. Like, I don't want to have to go support my son by selling drugs. You
Yeah.
know? I want to support my son by working a 40-hour legit job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather be working a 40-hour job and not get to see him than being home, not getting to see him because I'm passed out.
Yeah. That choice of
Yeah.
yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that stuck with me throughout this time is so there was one time I went to go drop Missy off at work. She was working at Hannaford, and I ended up passing out in the car for about 2 hours in the Hannaford parking lot.
Wow.
Luckily, someone that knew me and Missy went to go tell her, and they knocked on my window. But like stuff like that, I just don't want to happen anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Like that breaks my heart, really.
Yeah, I know how you feel. You know, I let my kids down and did some awful things, you know, their entire life. You know, my daughter was 16 before she ever met a sober version of me. And, you know, that's hard to come to grips with.
Yeah.
But the relationship I have with her today, you know, shows me that what I'm doing today doesn't make up for yesterday, but it's building a better tomorrow.
Right.
You know, and, you know, all of my kids, I'm close with them all now. That was a struggle. Only 2 of them supported me in the beginning. My son that's in the Marines, it took him a while. But having that relationship is really, you know, one of the major goals of my recovery.
Right. Do you think it took him a while because of all the letdowns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan was left in Massachusetts with my uncle to be raised for his high school years. And even though I had the best of intentions for him, you know, he had better opportunities there.
Yeah.
Better, you know, opportunity with sports. He was a football player, basketball player. But honestly, I knew that I could not support him
Right.
with the lifestyle that I lived.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fears when they were growing, as they got older, was if they have a child right now, I am not going to be able to be that grandparent that gives them $20 for diapers.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But he was let down over and over again because when I left him, I wanted to go back. I wanted to visit. I wanted to send birthday money.
Yeah.
And none of those things happened.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's got 4 years of, you know, resentment. And he went away to the Marines, and thankfully he went off to Japan for 6 months. When he came back, he got married, and he called me and said, "I'm done being mad at you. You know, I want you to meet my wife. I want you to be part of my life."
Yeah.
And honestly, I cried because I felt like I'd gone somewhere finally.
Right.
You know, all that work I put in was worth it. You know, Asher's young right now. You've got a lot of years to really make that relationship something
Special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know. Danny, we're going to take a break for a second so we can get a message from our sponsors.
Welcome to Rick's Redemption, where we are family owned and operated. We strive in cleanliness, honesty, and customer appreciation. Rick's Redemption is a recovery-ready employer who believes wholeheartedly in redemption. Here at Rick's, we support Recovery Rustic and definitely are proud to recover loud. God bless.
Recover Loud is presented to you by Recovery on the Road, Elevate Audio and Visual, and Recovery Acoustic. Recovery on the Road is a Facebook group that I started in 2020. We provide recovery support, resources, and hope that somebody may find a path to recovery. We have volunteer recovery coaches all around the world that are willing to support your pathway. Please reach out to us if you need support at recoveryotr18@gmail.com. Welcome back to this episode of Recover Loud. Danny, I'd like to give you the last couple of minutes to speak to the people out there who might still be struggling today, who might have been in your situation before, and aren't sure whether it's worth it to do what you're doing. What would you like to tell them?
Basically, I just want everyone to know that to never give up. I've gone to rehab twice. I tried getting in recovery 3 times. The third time's a charm. You say you have 3 strikes and you're out. Well, I made sure that I wasn't going to be out this time, and that could be everyone else too. Don't think that just because you haven't gone to jail or you haven't overdosed or anything like that your time's not up, because it can happen to anyone at any time. So just never give up. There's a lot more resources here than there was a few years ago. There's all kinds of support, like whether or not you want to do 12-step or churches or smart recovery, whatever. Just try to find what works for you and just stick with it.
Yeah, thanks, Danny. Just to touch on that real quick, my program involves a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, and a whole lot of stuff that didn't work.
Yeah.
And taught me lessons.
Yeah.
So, but it's worth trying. It's worth trying again and again.
Yeah.
And if you do, you can reap the benefits.
Exactly.
So, thanks for joining us for another episode of Recover Loud. You can watch us Thursday nights at 7 on PMC Channel 5 in Portland, as well as on LCTV 7 in Lincoln County. Recover Loud, everyone.
Yeah.
Just got done talking with Danny Rediker. He's an old friend of mine, the guy I used to call on. And today, he's in recovery. He's doing the work to stay sober and be the parent that he's always wanted to be. I couldn't be prouder of my friend, and I was happy to have him share his story on Recover Loud. September is National Recovery Month. Organizations all across the state are holding events and sharing the message of recovery. Next week, September 24th, join us at the Barnes Recovery Palooza in Bangor. Recover Loud, everyone.
I'm Danny Rediker, and I recover loud.
Anderson's Auto Repair, locally owned and operated in New Sweden, Maine, specializes in all make, all model vehicle diagnosis and repair. Each individual service is backed by our nationwide TechNet 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. Call or stop in to schedule an appointment today. Anderson's Auto, for wherever the road takes you.
I recover loud, I recover loud, I recover loud. I recover loud, I recover loud. Let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.